Hey guys, it's your boy Fudo Yusei here. Coming at you with another deck profile. As you can see, it's Yami Marik. It's that time of year, it's that season.
Yes, it's October, so we're going to be doing villains this month.
Yes.
We're a little bit 2 weeks late, but we're here, so we're going to try and make up for that time. So yeah, we're going to start with Yami Marik.
Yep, that's right guys. So yeah, these mats are now, well, are they available or will they still be available?
Soon, hopefully soon be available.
Yeah.
I'll update you guys on that.
Yeah, but
it's really close.
Just we'll update y'all guys on this, but yeah, soon these mats will be available to you guys. For those who have been wanting these sexy mats. So let's get on with the deck profile. As you know, Marik is a very sadistic and very creepy guy, I would say. He's one of my favorite villains though, but I like his deck. It matches his persona, I guess. Torturing people and, slowly, like, killing, kind of killing them. That's what it really does. But yeah, so we're going to start off with the main boss of the deck. As you saw on the top, we have the orb. So the spear, actually, the Winged Dragon of Raw spear mode. I'll explain the effects later. Then we have the Winged Dragon of Raw, the boss, the guy. And then, of course, the Winged Dragon of Raw, Immortal Phoenix. So yeah, those cards work really well, really well. I'll explain to you guys in the end. Then we have 3 copies of Plasma Eels. These are anime cards, so y'all can see that. Yes. Pretty good standard stall card. There's a pretty cool combo, so I'll explain to you guys that in the end. Then we have the holding legs and holding arms. Pretty cool cards. I like the TCG effects that they gave them. Pretty self-explanatory. Then we have so we have a Legendary Fiend. We have Boganion, whatever his name is, and we have Dark Jetblade. We have Drago. Yeah, in the anime he was a normal monster for some reason, but he's not here, so we have Jurigato. Pretty nice card, really good card to get over stuff. And then we have Makiura the Destructor, which Marik can take advantage of a lot with a lot of the cards that he has. Then we have Lava Golem. Love that card. He gets over anything. Any problematic monsters, just tribute. So we have also Midoriya. We have Revival Gem. And then we have 2 normal monsters, Gilgarar and Melchi the 4-Faced Beast. And last but not least, we have the Masked Beast Descardius. So that's it for the monster lineup. Let's move on to the traps. Yeah, so the traps, we have Zombie Jewel. That's an anime card too. It's one of his key combo cards. We have Nightmare's Demon Mirror. And we have Nightmare's Wheel. Well, Nightmare Wheel. It's pretty self-explanatory. We don't run that many traps here. So we have Relieve Monster, Metal Flex Line, Mirror Force, and we have Jam Defender. So yeah, that's the trap lineup here. Again, I'll take some time explaining, all of these cards and the reasons why, and the combos and everything, a few of them. Then we have another anime card. We have Dark Spell of Regeneration. Pretty cool. And I believe my boy Judai, he's now making it easier for you guys to have access to these anime cards.
Yes.
So
all of these anime cards for all the characters will be uploaded on the channel for everybody to download. So I'm gonna be spamming them throughout like the next few months. So yeah.
So if any of you guys want to actually stick to like the actual series, if y'all tired of playing competitive because you've seen the same deck over and over, hey, have some fun. Use some anime cards. We have Dark Spell Regeneration. We also have Dark Wall of Wind, which my boy Judai errata. Yeah, pretty much. Then we have one of my favorite spell cards in this deck, which is Left Arm Offering, which is pretty crazy. Again, I'll explain all these effects later. And we have Premature Burial, Spell of Pain, and Polymerization. Yeah, the original art. Let's go. Then we have the Mask of Remnants, the Pot of Greed, Magical Stone Excavation, and we have Machine Dupe, Card of Sanctity, Tribute Burial, and last but not least, the real ace card of this deck, Monster Reborn. Yeah, sexy hollow. So yeah, that's all the spell lineup, and usually there's two fusion monsters we run in this deck, but in this build I'm only running one, which is the Egyptian God Slime. Pretty self-explanatory card. But like I promised, I'll explain to you guys, you know, a few of the combos. So why did I choose this lineup? Well, you know, for those who want to kind of stick to the, you know, TCG effects of the cards or whatever, I made the deck playable for you guys to actually be able to use the effects and stuff like that. Obviously, the whole point of this deck is to try to bring out Winged Dragon of Ra and win. You know, the TCG effects, they kind of screwed everything up because you can't even Monster Reborn and Winged Dragon of Ra, so it sucks. For any of those who decide to, like, you know, want to use there's an actual usable effect in the video game, the Tag Force 2 and 3.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 2. If you go to the original card of the Winged Dragon of Ra, you could use that effect. That's the most playable effect. That's strong but still fair and playable. If you guys want to try that out, I'll also have that once I have the Yami Marik anime pack where you download all the anime cards, including some exclusive anime effects for, like, specifically the Winged Dragon of Ra and if other cards need it and stuff like that.
Yeah. So for this deck is really very sadistic. Like, the whole point is to, like, kind of like, you can stall and everything with this deck, but it's literally chipping down your opponent little by little. A lot of the times you don't even have to win with the Winged Dragon of Ra, but you know, everybody using Marik wants to do that anyway. So one of the main combos you can go off with is, you know, with the Plasma Eel and Machine Duplication. So if you have one of them in your hand, you just summon it, activate Machine Duplication, you bring all the other ones from the deck. They can't be destroyed by battle. And then during either player's turn, you can just equip this card to a monster your opponent controls, and literally during each of your end phases, your opponent's end phases, they lose 500 attack. So it's a really good card, especially if you're dueling against, like, those older classic cards that require, like, you know, like tribute summon a lot. This will be very good for that deck. So we have that going for us. We also have the classic where is it? The Revival Jam with the Jam Defender. You know, everybody knows that combo. Or if you want to get a little, more offensive or aggressive, I guess, you can have the metal flex line with the polymerization. And this is like a 4-card combo. So you have a 3000 beast stake because this fusion gains attack and defense equal to the trap card that you've used to summon it, which is Metal Flex Slime. And then his name is literally Revival Jam on the field, and he comes back whenever he's destroyed by battle. So it's like, the only way you're getting rid of this guy is by card effect, or, literally by card effect, because he's gonna just keep coming back. So that's a little combo right there. And last but not least, I had to make up for, again, that Winged Dragon of Ra and all that stuff. So we have a little limitation, so I'll just separate these cards here with the Winged Dragon of Ra cards. So what I did was, obviously you can't really special summon this guy. So say for example you have him in your hand and you have the monsters to tribute for it, but you don't want to pay life points to power him up, and you have this face down, right? Which is a relief monster. You can bring it out, activate his first effect to pop something, right? Pay 1,000 to pop something. Obviously he's not going to gain the attack, but when your opponent attacks it, you can activate relief monster, return it back to your hand, and then you can special summon any level 4 monster from your hand. And that way he's safe in your hand, so that way you can just tribute summon your opponent's monsters, or if you have 3, for this guy, the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode, which has a pretty good effect because you can tribute him on your turn to bring out the Winged Dragon of Ra with 4,000 attack points actually, and that's pretty good. You don't have to pay any life points for him or anything like that. So he'll become 4,000 attack and defense, and this is just a good way to protect that guy. You know, bring it back to your hand if you want to get rid of a troublesome monster. You know, obviously you want to make sure that this guy's in the graveyard. You want to discard him. Marik has a lot of discard cards, and you can literally spam those discard cards. You can get that. You can get that. You know, if you want to spam Monster Reborn, Dark Regeneration, Darkspell Regeneration, and Zombie Jewel is the go-to cards to spam it. You also have, like I said, Magical Stone Excavation. Like, there's a lot of ways Marik can spam Monster Reborn. Obviously, you won't be spamming it, you know, to bring out the Winged Dragon of Ra, unless you're using the, you know, like we mentioned earlier, the cartoon or no, the video game Tag Force, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 2 and 3 effects. So yeah, that's it. That's the Marik deck. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Well, soon we're gonna be coming up with other deck profiles, like we mentioned. Yuri and Saltorius is next.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, before we go, this the Marik deck is actually a very, very powerful deck, and I was actually very surprised. It was actually very good, and compared to a lot of the other villains and the way their decks are built, it's arguably the best villain deck character-wise, because it's well balanced. It has a lot of monsters that just more work on their own. It has a lot of really cool combos that loop over and over again with the Monster Reborn, the Card of Sanity, and all that other stuff. He has a lot of really powerful cards, Marik, and his deck is just really good compared to like other characters, other villains, like Yubel, Sartorius, Vector. You did name so many villains. There are a lot of villains out there who their decks, because they're unique in how their playstyle is supposed to be, they have like really loopy, weird combos, and usually because of that it doesn't work. But Marik's deck is pretty straightforward because it's like from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's not that complicated. So his deck is actually very powerful and very good, and you know, I highly recommend you guys try that out because his deck is actually very powerful, and I'm very impressed with it. And with the 3 new playable Wind Dragon of Raw effects, you know, it's really powerful. It's really good. You know, even if you can't Monster Reborn it, you know, you could still, you know, summon a 4000k beater unaffected by card effects, and then, you know, with the Phoenix mode. But yeah, it's very powerful. I highly recommend it. We're going to get going, guys. We're going to do the next deck profile for another villain for the month of October. So
yeah, and last thing also, there's other cards that we didn't add in the deck that you guys can actually add. If anything, we'll probably put it in the description, I guess. Just so y'all can like mess around with those cards. But yeah, the deck itself already, the way it's built, like I guess is like the best way that you could build it, because it centers around like the way Marik would like play his deck. Obviously, everybody, you know, to each their own.
Yes.
But his deck is really good. Like, you guys, like, you know, have to try it. You can mess around with the cards, and if there's certain cards that have like better anime effects, I can use that.
Yeah, use those.
Like, y'all having like anime duels or whatever with your friends. So yeah, definitely try that out. So,
all right,
Riding Duel Acceleration.
Gotcha.